Hi there, I'm Courtney Burgess, and this is the final portion of my audiovisual presentation for CLT 1100 for Sheena McKenna. And in this portion, I will be showing you how to avoid angering the fairies, how to keep them happy, and what to do if you anger them. So, first of all, please understand, they will not obey you. You cannot control them, and they do not serve you. They are their own separate beings. They do things of their own free will, and if they do want to help you, it's because they want to, not because you can force them to. You should honor them by pouring the first and last bits of milk, wine, or grains onto the ground for them. This shows that you honor them, you notice them, you provide for them. Do not speak carelessly of them. In this presentation, I have been guilty of that. You should not refer to them as fairies, but instead as the gentry, the good neighbors, the kindly ones, the good people, the fae folk, anything that does not refer to them directly and is flattering. You should be kind to travelers, as they may be fairies in disguise. Never try to take advantage of the fairies. Never say thank you. This is what I find most surprising, because you never say thank you and never give gifts of thanks, as it offends them. If they do decide to help you, it's for things you have done already, not for things that not for the thanks you get later. You have already been kind to them. You've already shown them you deserve help. You do not need anything else. Anything else is trying to one-up them. You should be, if they prefer, simple, unpretentious, and sincere, not nosy, boastful, quarrelsome, and greedy. Now, from Anna Franklin's book, Working with Fairies, there's a story of what happens when Scottish farmer gets in the bad side of fairies. There was a Scottish farmer of Ayrsham who was one day looking after his goats at the Glenlivet when a thick fog came down and confused him, so that he became lost and wandered about till it started to get dark. He expected to die in the cold night, but then ahead of him he saw a light. He made his way towards it and found himself in a wild and lonely place where he thought he may have been the first human to ever tread. Still, he advanced towards an open door, and was surprised to find that the housekeeper who greeted him was an old friend of his, recently deceased. She ran to him in some agitation, and told him to hide himself in the corner or he'd be lost. Scarcely had he concealed himself when a host of fairies entered, calling loudly for food and asking what there was to eat. An old elf, seated by the fire, said, "You know that old farmer of Ayrsham, who we all hate for his greed and miserliness. He never gives us anything, and deprives us of our proper due. He doesn't even leave the gleaning in the fields for us. His mother was a witch, and taught him charms against us. Well, tonight he is away from home, looking for his goats, our allies, and we can go and take his ox for our supper." All the rest agreed most readily. "Yes, Thomas Rymer is right. That farmer is a wretched miser. But where shall we get some bread to go with it? We'll take his new baked bread as well. His wife forgot to put the sign of the cross on it, so it will be easy." The miserable farmer heard himself discussed, and saw his ox brought in, killed, and cooked. While the fairies were busy with the feast, the housekeeper found an opportunity to smuggle him out of the fairy dwelling. The fog had cleared, and a bright moon shone, so he was able to find his way home without difficulty. His wife was overjoyed to see him, as she had been very worried. She brought him milk and cheese, but he knew the fairies had stolen the substance of it, and would not touch it. He asked after his ox, and if his wife had used the usual protection from fairies. She replied that, in her fear for him, she had forgotten. "Alas," he cried, "my favourite ox is gone." "What do you mean?" she said. "I saw it not an hour ago, standing in the byre." "That was only a false semblance of it," he replied. "The fairies have taken it. Bring the false ox here, so that I might get rid of it quickly." So saying, he aimed a blow at the head of the ox, which fell down. No cat or dog or other thing would eat it or even go near it. So that's why things don't annoy the fairies. Further rules are that nothing must be taken from fairyland. Not food, gold, jewels, nothing. At best, you'll be stuck in fairyland forever for eating food. they wanted you to take. At worst, they can cause you sickness or death for stealing. If all goes well in a visit to fairyland, they may bless you with the gift of knowledge, particularly herb lore, or with the ability to create beautiful music. But there's also the possibility of, like the farmer I've already mentioned, angering the Fae folk. So what to do? The main thing you must remember if you annoy the Fae folk: iron and or steel, but mostly iron. Iron is a very powerful agent against the fairies because they hate it. They cannot stand to be around it, and an iron nail or knife in your pocket and under your pillow will protect you from them as long as you keep it on you. A horseshoe made of iron on the wall, particularly over the doorway. And you should have heard the superstition of keeping it turned up so the luck doesn't run out. Also good, and it should have fallen off the horse, not just a random horseshoe that you created or bought. Other ways to protect yourself are wearing your clothes inside out, hanging scissors on the wall, a knife in a doorway, salt on the threshold, daisy chains in your hair, sock under the bed, point your shoes away from the bed, running water, a twig of broom, red thread tied around a branch of lawn, and a circle of stones to stay safe. Stay safe. Or a bunch of little charms there to protect yourself. Hopefully, everything you've learned will be enough to govern your actions between this world and the other world. Just remember to be polite, and if you mess up, keep iron in your pocket. Hopefully, you can now see fairies, please fairies, or avoid fairies. Whatever was most pressing for you. So, I'm Courtney Burgess saying Tapala Sheena McKenna for a wonderful semester of Scottish Gaelic.